Hydronica 7, Hydronica's friend. Hydronica was still looking for a new place to live when she stumbled upon a forest. She was in the forest when suddenly Hydronica was surrounded by a group of an angry mob waiting to kill her. Hydronica was outnumbered. Although she ate some people, most of them she could not eat. Hydronica was scared. She had never been around this many people with this powerful weapons before. Suddenly a bat came swooping down and started sucking the blood out of people and killed them. One by one, the bat killed everybody in the crowd. Although everybody was dead, some people shot right when they were killed, so the fiery bombs hit the forest and burned it. Other people had torches that were dropped. The fire burned all the dead bodies. Suddenly, Hydronica was now surrounded by a forest fire, even worse than a bunch of hunters. Suddenly the bat, once he hit the ground, turned into a person, but not any person, a vampire. Hydronica tackled the vampire, but then suddenly the vampire grabbed Hydronica's tail and turned back into a bat and flew away. Hydronica obviously could not do anything. When they landed, the bat turned back into a vampire. But as Hydronica was about to tackle him, she noticed his green hands and white face. That could only mean one thing. He was a vampire, and now Hydronica knew it. But Hydronica had a problem with vampires. She could not eat them. Once Hydronica ate a vampire, but all the different bloods made her sick to her stomach. So she just ran away before anything bad happened. But she forgot vampires can fly. So when the vampire stood before her, she ran the opposite direction. The same thing happened. "Come, follow me," said the vampire, but Hydronica didn't want to. "Follow me." Hydronica now had no choice. She followed. "Kill him," said the vampire, pointing at a man, and Hydronica obeyed. Hydronica ran and killed him, but did not eat him. She turned and looked at the vampire. "Do not eat." Hydronica did as the vampire was told. The vampire walked away again, and Hydronica put the dead body on a table in a cave, and the vampire sucked all the blood out of him, and then told Hydronica that she could eat the body. And Hydronica did. Hydronica liked that because she did not like eating the blood in the body. And the vampire liked it because he had always a bunch of bodies left over. Hydronica slept in the vampire's cave for the night. And the next day for breakfast, she brought another dead person and put him onto the table. This continued for about a week until Hydronica and the vampire began spending the whole entire day with each other. And one day Hydronica asked how the vampire turns into a bat and turns back. The vampire answered, "Well, it takes a hard work to master the vampire arts, although I have not yet done." The vampire showed Hydronica a bat helmet, and he told her that if he put it on, he would instantly become a bat, and when he would take it off, he would turn back into a vampire, although he did not tell Hydronica how to take the helmet off when you're a bat. And the vampire put on the helmet. Suddenly, the bat vampire flew away and came back a few hours later. He took off the helmet and gave it to Hydronica to put on herself to try to be a vampire, and Hydronica did. Hydronica became a bat, and she couldn't be happier. She kept on flying around and flying. She would fly everywhere, and she did this for hours and hours until at one point she got bored, so she flew down to take the hat off. But when her wings touched her head, there was no helmet there, and she wondered how she will turn back into Hydronica. The vampire knew that this was going to happen to Hydronica, and he made it happen. He wanted to kill Hydronica, so he became friends with her, and he would one day get her to put on the helmet, and he turned her into a bat, and he would not turn her back into the Hydronica beast she was. Although Hydronica hated drinking blood, Hydronica was furious at the vampire, and she started drinking the blood from his shoulder. The vampire hated this, because all he could have was blood. The vampire fell to the ground, but Hydronica kept on sucking blood. The vampire began shrinking because all he had in his body was blood. And when Hydronica kept on sucking it, although it was horrible and she felt so sick, she knew that the vampire will tell her how to turn herself back. Hydronica's plan succeeded, and the vampire did not tell her though. He just did a magical spell. Responda e qua. Hydronica was back to her normal self, and she was furious. She was about to kill the vampire when she realized that she was sick. So she ran away. Hydronica will somehow get all the blood out of the bodies that she ate because she couldn't have any more. She just had half of the blood that was in a pure blood vampire. But the forest fire just kept on burning, and soon everything in the woods was on fire. The vampire never grew back his full-grown feet, and he was mad at Hydronica. And next time, Hydronica 7, Hydronica's Friend. Directed by Ethan First and Nathaniel Rosenberg. Produced Ethan First and Nathaniel Rosenberg. Written Ethan First and Nathaniel Rosenberg. Filmed Ethan First. Special help Nathaniel Rosenberg. Voices Ethan First and Nathaniel Rosenberg. Props Ethan First, Nathaniel Rosenberg, Matt First, and the Lego Company. Starring Hydronica, Vampire, Bat, Lego Crab. First Rosenberg Productions.